I've always been fascinated by cinema's power to illuminate the human condition, and nowhere is this more evident than in its portrayal of addiction. From the smoky bars of post-war New York to the neon-lit streets of modern Las Vegas, filmmakers have used their craft to peel back the layers of substance abuse and compulsive behavior. Today, we're going to explore how these stories have evolved, shaping our understanding of addiction and recovery along the way. Let's start with The Lost Weekend, a groundbreaking film that dared to show alcoholism as a disease rather than a moral failing. We see Don Burnham, played with haunting intensity by Ray Milland, stumbling through a 4-day bender. Fast forward a few years to The Man with the Golden Arm, and we see Hollywood pushing boundaries even further. Frank Sinatra's portrayal of Frankie Machine, a heroin-addicted jazz drummer, brought the physical agony of withdrawal into America's living rooms. The camera doesn't flinch from his desperation, his trembling hands, the way his entire world narrows to the next drink. It forces us to confront the brutal reality of addiction, stripping away any lingering glamour or romance. As we move into the 1970s, films like The Panic in Needle Park took us deep into the heart of urban drug culture. Al Pacino and Kitty Wynn's performances as Bobby and Helen are almost documentary-like in their authenticity. This raw, unflinching approach reached new heights with Trainspotting in the 90s. Danny Boyle's kinetic direction mirrors the chaos of addiction itself. We're swept along with Renton and his friends, feeling the euphoric highs and crushing lows. Days of Wine and Roses shows us this with heartbreaking clarity. We watch as Joe and Kirsten, played by Jack Lemmon and Lee Remick, spiral from social drinkers into full-blown alcoholics. More recently, Beautiful Boy tackles the devastating impact of addiction on families. Based on the memoirs of David and Nick Sheff, it's a raw look at a father's desperate attempts to save his meth-addicted son. Steve Carell and Timothée Chalamet deliver gut-wrenching performances that remind us recovery isn't a straight line. It's a winding path filled with setbacks and small victories. Leaving Las Vegas shows addiction's ultimate conclusion. Requiem for a Dream assaults our senses, mirroring addiction's consuming nature. The film's final montage is a punch to the gut, forcing us to confront addiction's true cost. Shame explores how addiction can hide behind a facade of normalcy. We see addiction eating away at a person from the inside. Owning Mahoney shows how compulsion can masquerade as everyday life. These films remind us that addiction can wear many masks, often hiding in plain sight. Clean doesn't shy away from the difficulties of staying clean. It also shows us the power of second chances and the strength found in rebuilding one's identity. Flight shows us a high-functioning addict, forced to confront his demons. The film explores the complex web of denial and the moment of truth when one must choose between continuing the lie or embracing painful honesty. Another Round follows 4 teachers experimenting with constant intoxication. It becomes a thoughtful meditation on the thin line between enjoyment and dependency. Beautiful Boy represents a new wave of addiction stories that focus on the long, often non-linear path of recovery. These films offer a more holistic view of addiction, one that acknowledges the complexity of the issue while still holding on to hope. As we've seen, cinema has the unique ability to put us in the shoes of those struggling with addiction. It challenges our preconceptions, forces us to confront uncomfortable truths, and ultimately reminds us of our shared humanity. These films do more than entertain. They foster empathy and understanding, crucial tools in addressing the very real crisis of addiction in our world today.